person has taken a part of inside the video and put it as a hook, which makes it more interesting and engaging. It doesn't start with a high, and that's good. It's called in media res, which basically means you start right in the middle of the story. Hello, this video is for a content manager or any other type of person who's managing video editors, and especially focused on the type of content that I call bottom-up content, which is content that is spontaneously recorded, kind of like this video, and then edited afterwards to try to pick out the most important parts and try to create a valuable sequence of information for other people. I made another video about that. I'll probably link it somewhere here, which regards the basics of how such a video should be edited. If you are a content manager and you're managing the editors, it's very important that you also know the basics of how this video is created and what is important during that process. So I highly encourage you to check that out and learn that, because the thing is, even if you're managing an editor, in the end, it is you that is responsible for the final quality of the post, and it is your responsibility to manage the editor according to the principles that are outlined in the video. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through an example of how you can check one of those videos, check it for quality, and do some of the other tasks that are included, including setting a title and defining the sections of the video as it gets posted to YouTube. So here I've uploaded an example of a video that was bottom-up recorded, and we're going to go through it and quality check it.
I think for early Twitter accounts or X accounts, it's just because of
Okay, so the first thing I have to say immediately, the person has taken a part of inside the video and put it as a hook, which makes it more interesting and engaging. It doesn't start with a high, and that's good. It's called in media res, which basically means you start right in the middle of the story, and that's a great way to create some early engagement. What's important here is that the title of the video matches the hook, so that when the user presses the video, that their expectations are met. So for you as a content manager, it's important to consider this hook, and it's important to consider the quality of this hook compared to the rest of the video, because if the hook is irrelevant or doesn't really relate to the content in the rest of the video, then we have a problem, because the viewers who click on the video are they're gonna bounce. Secondly, I noticed that the audio is quite bad here in the beginning, or I think in the whole video perhaps, and I think the reason for that is because I was in a meeting with someone who had background noise, and sometimes it's not possible to fix. If it's possible to fix the bad audio quality, we should try to do it. But yeah, sometimes it's not possible, so then we just have to go with it.
People who are on Twitter, they are usually like, this page own account is already be famous. Like if you're already famous and you're already big, and then you start, then you will get followed quickly because you already know about it. But when you start from scratch and you're starting from zero, the only way to get followers is to actually build a relationship and actually build a connection. Just build it one by one and making friends, like being a connection with people. So is it really?
Yeah, so the audio is really bad, as you can see, but otherwise I thought the hook was good, and it was nice with a little animation to bring us into the story.
Analytics is going up now.
It was like the main driver for the Twitter results is the comment outreach. So like
the second thing I can say is this video is sped up, which is good. However, I would say it can go even faster. I don't know how much sped up it is. It's probably like 1.5 or maybe even less than that. But I think we can speed it up even more, especially since it's quite long, it's 15 minutes. And we want to have quite short videos. We want to speed it up a lot. So this could be sped up more.
The more comment outreach you do, the better it goes. So when you did a lot of it, then we saw results. Then when I go in and look now, I see then the past 3 days it's been a little bit less. So then it has gone down a little bit.
Oh, it shouldn't be going down because I've been doing 100, 180. Usually more than 100 these days.
Yeah, I mean, I can see here. So, yeah, I mean, the day when we had the chat, then you did a lot. You did 171, I see here.
Yeah.
And then, and then you did a lot also for the few days. But then now the last 2 days it's been less than 100 for 3 days now in a row.
Oh, it shouldn't be less than 100.
I can send you an image. How's it going otherwise with Twitter? Is it does it feel good?
So there you saw that there was a cut right in between. I think possibly some of the things before that could have been canceled because it was more like a discussion regarding the analytics and not really providing value for the audience. I think some parts before that could have been cut, especially because it was repeating one or two times. But then the cut was made, which was good, initially with a question.
Yeah, it's going good actually. I see more comments now on the tweets that we post. And the more we do comment outreach, the more it's better. The more it will increase with time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The thing is, for small accounts, for small Twitter or X accounts, the comment outreach is more valuable than the tweets. You'll get followers from, or I mean,
so this is a perfect example of a part that should have been cut that hasn't been cut, and we're going to rewatch it. But essentially, when there is time spent thinking or reformulating, then we can just cut that part and jump straight to the conclusion or the final solution instead of waiting. So look at this.
How do I say it?
See, here I'm just sitting thinking. I think it's a few seconds. It's maybe like 5 seconds, which isn't super much in the scheme of things, but we want to make it good. So let's see here.
Impressions from comment outreach.
So there we should have just started the impressions from that comment outreach. So we'll rewatch it.
The thing is, for small accounts, for small Twitter or X accounts.
That was good. For small accounts, clarification. And then here I go into I'm just thinking on reformulating, and this whole part can be cut.
The comment outreach is more valuable than the tweets. You'll get followers from, or I mean,
this whole part.
Impressions from comment outreach is predictable, which means that the more you do, the more impressions you'll get. Whereas with the tweets, this is unpredictable. So most of the tweets will not yield any return, unless sometimes you're a little bit lucky and one pops off a little. But that's why it's not the most predictable way to like get impressions, and therefore also to grow the account, because you need an impression first.
Yeah.
And I saw that you started following more people, which is great. Like I think at any moment you find someone who is like into health and fitness, it's a personal trainer or anything that has to do with that, just follow them. I think that's also really good. But also, it's always
So I thought that was a good part, and that was a good cut. Nothing unnecessary, just straight to the point.
a little bit of a lag, delay also. So like impressions will also come in for the day later.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see.
But here we have another example where I would say the thing we were discussing wasn't even that valuable to anyone else. It was, that analytics is like, sure, like, okay, maybe we could have it. But then the fact that it's also followed by this kind of silence and the thinking and all this stuff makes it a candidate to be removed and not actually included. So you can rewatch it if you need to.
For the job post, actually, I've read the whole description that you sent me over. Actually, a lot of the questions have already been answered to me. I just had some more.
So here, see, this whole part, like the job post has been sent over, the question has been answered. Okay, for the viewer, it's like, which job post? And it's like, which questions? So it's not relevant to the viewer. And it doesn't create any value. So this whole part could have been removed.
questions. I wrote them down. I just have to find them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see, we're just sitting. I hope it's clear to you. I'm trying to be clear here.
Before you ask the questions, you had been doing the manual, right? For the chatting and everything.
Manual for answering how to answer the Upwork job post. So there's just what I added is how to, whenever we get a proposal, how to respond to it. We can share the links and all. And I've been doing the comment outreach, the Upwork proposal thing, but I'm thinking how we can do it in a system. So like now I have everything like proper direction from you. I can add them there and see how it goes, because I've been trying to have them, stay tuned and keep exploring our content. So that's the only thing why I stopped it there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add whatever you sent me, the whole description there as an SOP, like how you do it for the future. And definitely the responses that we get after that, I'm gonna add up every single thing that works best for us. I'm gonna discuss it with you before adding, or then you can just I can just add it there and just drop you a message, because it saves your time and I want to save your time. So you can just have a look at the manual and see, okay, this looks good and we can go with this. That's what I'm up to now.
Yeah, it would be great if you could check.
So for this part, it's also up for discussion. He's talking a lot about the process, what we're doing. It's very specific to what we're doing, so I'm not sure if it's valuable to other people. I don't think other people really understand it. It's hard to know exactly always what to put in. I would say that's a hard to judge section, which probably should have been excluded, but I'm not sure about it.
The link, so I can also see it. And but I don't want you to I don't want you to spend too much time on the manual. I want you to spend your time like chatting, messaging. At Upwork, we have a limited of people we can message, right? Because we only get a limited amount of proposals. And if you have no more people to message on Upwork, just spend the time doing comment outreach on Twitter.
Okay.
And the manual is we will work on.
There we have another example. It was only like 2 or 3 seconds, but there's no reason to include, like, unless it's a part of a bigger sentence. There's no reason to include, even if it's 2 or 3 seconds of just thinking, just cut right to the answer instead.
Manuals a lot over time, but I'm responsible for the manuals. Okay, so it's good that you have add your stuff, but I don't want you to spend too much time like sitting on and doing it. It's gonna change.
Makes sense.
When we do these manuals and everything, it's important that it's best that I make the document and share it with you, than that you will have the document, because I need to organize everything in folders. So you can share the link with me, and then I will make a new document, and then we'll copy everything over to that document, because it's important with access rights and just the way I access all the files.
Sure. Just gonna share it right after the meeting.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, sorry. Now we can do the questions.
Okay. Yes. I've got to.
So I think I'm not going to go through the whole video. This was 5 minutes. We'll probably do more of these. The thing I wanted to cover, though, is the title. So the person who makes these edits, they are instructed to put a suggestion for a title here in the file name from the start. And then your job, after you have gone through the whole video and you have gone through the whole quality check, and you think this is a perfect video, you're responsible for actually coming up with a title and putting an engagement title here that makes it likely that people want to watch it. And it needs to relate to the video, and it needs to relate especially to the hook. Okay. And there will be inspiration here from the editor, but ultimately it's your decision. Same goes for something called like section naming. And what that means is that you can basically put timestamps here in the description that helps viewers to easily navigate. So to use an example, this is another video where you have the timestamp, and then you can easily jump. The section naming is also important to help the viewer and to give them some type of context. For this video, we would also want to have sections. I think in the early beginning here, we're talking about Twitter or X. I mean, later we were talking about Upwork, and then we're talking about job manual stuff, and all of this stuff will be things that you should go through and you should name. So, for example, it could be like X intro, it could be like comment outreach is valuable, and then it could be like Upwork job post manual. And these are not the best section namings, but your job is to really look through it, name it like this in a good way, so that it becomes clear to the viewer. And that's really important. And then finally, for now, we're not doing any thumbnails with this, but ideally, we would also be doing a custom thumbnail for each video, and maybe uploading some different versions, test it, see what gets the most views. But that's not important for now. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it gives you a little bit more idea of what you need to do when you get these videos from the editor to quality check them, to put the title on them, and to put the section naming. It's also helpful if you put a description. So yeah, that was what I had for now.